Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We are here at Indy, Cleetus and Cars, waiting to do our burnout, and it is raining for like the 5th time today. And we're like number 25 back in line, just waiting for the rain to stop, and I think they're going to send us out then. But, you know, if it's raining, I can probably just start in 4th gear, so I might just try it. We'll see how it goes when I get up there, but I don't know, we're just waiting right now.
Dodge Whoa! She's leaking. That is hot. Give it up for my 1951 Whoa! Old Faithful. That is hot. Give it up for my 1951 Old Faithful.
Yeah, man, she burnt out all over the place.
Alright.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get her fired.
Alright. Okay guys, I want to give you a quick rundown here of how this went, because the struggle was real the entire way through on this burnout. She was fighting me the whole time, and I was just trying to make the best of it, but, you know, we'll go through it, and I'll tell you guys what happened. So, you know, it was raining all day, it was super wet, the pad was really slick, so I was a little worried about being able to make tire smoke, so I kind of had it in my head I was probably going to need 4th gear, but I'd start in 3rd and try it. So, you know, I rolled up. I put her on the 2-step in 3rd like normal, popped the clutch, and immediately it just slid sideways and it hit the driver's rear on the wall. So I came out a little earlier than I wanted. Came out, locked the front tires up, which you can see she's pushing, which I knew it was going to push. And then right there I tried to hit 4th gear because I didn't have enough wheel speed. And there wasn't enough tire smoke, except I went to 2nd gear. You could see me looking around, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, hey, this doesn't seem right. And I realized, oh, I'm down in 2nd. So there I grab 4th, and it just dies. Wasn't taking it, so I fire it back up, get a nice big fireball out of it, and think, well, you know what, I'll just 2-step it and drop it in 4th. And I do that, and it just chews into the clutch. It's just not having it. So I go back to 3rd. Coming around now in 3rd, she's sliding, but now it's starting to make some tire smoke. You know, finally, this is what I'm going for, but she's nosing right up to the wall. So you can see me working the brakes and steering, trying to keep it off the wall. And at the same time, I'm realizing, man, this thing's not making the power it should. It seems like it's struggling. It's making 14 pounds of boost. It should be ripping harder than this. And what I found out later was my intake air temp sensor died pretty early in the run and it started over fueling, which was all the fireballs. So right here, she just starts pouring the fuel in. My air-fuel ratios, they start dropping below 10 to 1, and it's basically just flooding itself with fuel. So I can feel it's not happy. I don't know what's going on. I decide I'm going to back up, and I'm just going to try something else. And as I back up around here, I get the giant fireball. I think that came out the downpipe or out the wastegate, and that was all the extra fuel that was in there. But yeah, and then I blew the radiator, which, you know, she got super hot, and the water system I put on, I think it was holding really well until I got up to the wall, because it was holding right at 205, and then all of a sudden I saw it spike. I later found out that, yeah, I didn't tighten a hose clamp, and I ended up blowing a hose off, so it stopped spraying on the radiator. But, you know, it wasn't the burnout I wanted. You know, I did what I could. She fought me the whole way, but we'll come back next year and do better. I will say I wasn't giving up. I was still trying to get it fired up until he told me I couldn't. I kept hitting that key thinking she's going to start, but, you know, never did. Alright, so it's the next day, and you know, we melted an air filter, some carnage in here. We blew the lower radiator hose off again, blew the water sprayer system apart, so that stopped working. Looking at the data log, it went super rich because we lost the air intake temp sensor. And it seemed like it was seized up for a very long time. And then towing it back here to the campground, we actually got it to fire up a little bit, just barely. So I'm going to try to start it now and try to get it in the trailer. And hopefully it sounds better than it did last night, but we'll give it a shot.
You're puffing some white smoke back here.
Yeah, I don't think it's too heavy.
I mean, if the mass air is still gone, right?
The intake air temp. I don't know, so the enrichment might just be jacked.
Right.
Like it's just...
Yeah, until you get that sensor working, it's just going to be running like crap, and maybe it'll come back.
I think I'll just go in right now, and I can just zero out the temp enrichment, and that might make it a little better. But hey, it doesn't sound terrible.
Get his in.
Yeah, it'll get in there better. All right. Alright guys, we're back in Michigan from Cleetus and Cars, and it was awesome. It was a great time. We've done it both years now, and it's been awesome. Both years, it's kind of kicked our butt a little bit. I thought this year was going to be better, and it wasn't. But we'll come back next year, and we'll get it sorted out. I thought I had it this year, and I mean, I was wrong. Unfortunately, the 51's going to have to sit for a little bit, because we got another event coming up. And I got like 3 days to get ready for that, and I don't have time to go through this. We'll have to take the Ford to that, which you guys haven't seen that in a while because that had some issues, but it's pretty close. That thing's pretty well sorted. But the 51 here, you know, I mean, it melted the air filter off. This is what's left of the air filter on there. It's pretty nasty, but we fired it up. Everything seems good. It shut down with 60 pounds of oil pressure according to the data log. We checked the oil. The oil looks good. So really, I think what I got to do is order this air temp sensor that died right here, so that starts working again. And then just to be safe, I think I'm going to have to leak down test the motor and just make sure we didn't break anything, probably change the oil. But I don't want to rush through it. We might have cooked the turbo, because when we pulled off, the turbo was smoking really, really bad. Like the whole center section was smoking. So it feels okay, but, you know, should probably take a look at that. But I don't want to rush through and, you know, screw this thing up and, you know, maybe miss something. So unfortunately, this truck's going to have to sit for probably 2 weeks or so until I can really get in there and get a chance to make sure everything's good, or if it's not good, put a new motor in it. Like I don't want to have to put a new motor in this thing, but if I have to, I have to. But I don't want to prematurely hurt this one and by rushing to get it running and back together. So that's the end of this video, but thanks for watching, guys. You know, she kind of let us down, but we'll be back next time.